If you're wondering how to add a blog to your WordPress website, stay tuned. I'm going to take you step by step in how to do it in just a few simple actions. My name is Joseph, and thank you for watching this channel. What you'll get here is videos on business and marketing so that you can take your idea and launch it into the world. So don't forget, make sure to click the button, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications each time a new video is released. Let's go ahead and jump into the video. Okay, let's get started. But before we do, there's a few things that you need to know. If you've never logged into your WordPress website before, make sure to check out my very first video where I go through how to set up WordPress and how to log in. But once you're logged in, it's going to bring you to a page like this. This is your WordPress dashboard. If it looks a little bit different, that's okay. The biggest thing here is that you do have the option to either collapse this menu. So if yours is smaller, you can click on this so that you can expand and see everything that's there. The first thing that we're going to want to do when adding a blog to your website is understand that any blog is actually a post. So we do have posts that we create, and whenever we add those posts, it goes to a blog page. So that's the process that we're going to go over. But first, we have to set up that page so your post can be linked to it. So what I've done is went to pages, and you click on add new. Once you click on add new, it'll bring you over to a page. I have one set up already. And let's go ahead and click edit page just so that you'll see what it looks like. I'm using Divi as my website builder because I use Divi. This is going to look a little bit different than yours, but a lot of the functionality would be the same. So the first thing I did here is created a page and I gave it a title of blog. Now, as soon as I give it a title of blog, I have something called a permalink. Permalink is the URL where people can actually access your blog. So you'll see here that I named the page blog and I give it a title. Some people might call this articles, some might say updates, some might say thoughts. It really doesn't matter what you name it. You just need to know what you name it so that when we say WordPress, we want this to be our blog page, you know what that is. And I'll give you more examples here. But once you create this page, and like I said, it can be articles, whatever you want. If you want this name to change, you'll have to actually edit it so that it matches articles there. But for this example, I'm just going to leave it blog, and I won't change anything else. So now that this page is created and it's published, and if it's not, just go ahead and make sure that you publish the page. Once you publish the page, you'll see here in the status that the page is published. Now that we have a page that we can link our post to, the next thing to do is to go into your settings. Now, this is something that you have to do if you want this to be your blog page. So there's no way around it. So you go to settings and then you go to reading. Once you go to reading, you're going to have some places where you can designate certain pages for WordPress. Now you can see I've already selected it here, but what it does is it will allow me to choose any page that I've created. So I can create any page I want, and that page is the one that I'll use for my blog. So here they title it post page, but just think of it as blog page. Once you've made the selection of that page, you click save. Now once you save it, anytime I go to this blog page, so let's just open up, let's go to that page, we'll just go backwards and open up that new page. And there we go. So I'll just go back to the pages, click on view, and here's our blog page. These are all the blog posts that I've created. So if you've never created a blog post, well, then that's what you have to do. The next step is to actually go through, create your blog post. But once you've created any new post, it will automatically show up, as you can tell, on my blog page. So if you've never done it before, let's just create a real fake blog post here. So we'll click add new, and we'll give it a simple title just to show you. So we'll just give it a simple title. And we could pretend that we're writing a lot of text here just to give it something. Once I click publish, what we're going to find is there's a new post to my blog. And if I refresh here, it will be right there. So this would be my new post. You can always design and edit as much as you would like. But for this example, I just wanted to get you up and running with how to understand that you can add a blog to your WordPress and the process behind it. But before you go, I would love to know what your blog is about. Go ahead and drop a comment below, and I'd love to read it, maybe even put a link to your website so I can check that out too. And if you like this type of content, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. Until next time, adios.